Alright, we get to start with a little bit of an unboxing. This is the Milwaukee 2540-20. It's the 23 gauge pin nailer, tool only, because I already have batteries and charger. And that's that. Battery in. Does it have an on button? Doesn't look like it has an on button. Also comes with the manual and the buy our other stuff and our quick start guide, which says if you have to reset it, do the steps to reset it. So we'll hang on to that. We'll hang on to those. Get this all put back in here. I got the battery in. Then we can grab some scraps from there. Pin nails came separately. Oh, they're printed with direction because they're so tiny. Pins go in there, and we should be good to go. I bought 1-inch long pins, and these are just under 1 inch long. We don't, oh yeah, we do. We have depth gauge here, so we can fuss that a little bit. So you have to depress this little safety thing because it's got no safety thing on the tip. So you don't have to like push it down. You just set it there, safety button, and go. Those are really, really tiny. Let me show you in comparison to my, I think my brad nailers in the garage. Yeah, here we go. So this is my pass load, also shooting 1-inch nails. It does have a safety tip that you have to depress, so you can't just set it there and go. This one, you can just set it there, pull your safety trigger, go. This one, you got to make sure you're pressing down at least enough and make sure your battery's in. And there we go. So I don't know how well you can make out. Let's put two beside each other. That's the 18 gauge hole, and that's the 23 gauge hole. Let's see if we can raise these up so that they're just at the surface. It's very different not having to depress it. We're almost just to the surface here. There we go. So put these two right beside each other. Little tiny 23 gauge there, big chonkin 18 gauge there. So the purpose of buying this little pin nailer is I want to be able to make this and get it clamped in a way that is perfectly lined up. And you can imagine clamping these 4 pieces together is a bit of a trick. So what I'm hoping to do is perhaps do these in 2 stages. We'll tape these up just to hold them together. That'll probably get moved, but that's okay. So what I'm hoping is that I can get this lined up pretty well and then come along with the pin nailer, just tap it in like that. Now clearly this has to go a bit deeper, and this will, you know, have been already glued and whatnot. So the purpose of this test is kind of twofold. One is I want to get an idea of what it'll be like to use this to nail stuff together. Just like run through the haptics, the kinematics of it, get a feel for it. And the other is I want to check and make sure that once these are together, if I want to come along with a clamp here and say we're going to clamp right above one of these nails, that the nail will hold the wood in place instead of, if I try to take a clamp on this, now this might be too wide here, you can see that that clamp is just going to squish that wood out of the way. It just pushes that out of the way. So that looks like that'll do there. I mean, it's holding it, and then I can get some decent clamping pressure on it, and that'll set up the glue. You can tell that there's a bit of a gap here with just the nail. So if I can come along with a clamp and squeeze that gap away, we'll have a much better glue joint there. So that's what I bought this for. I'll go put this away now, and then we can get to work. Pew! Yeah, there we go. Oh, way too high. Oh, second ring. Second ring. I don't know. Top ring. Drywall? Second ring. Top ring. It seems a little bit random. I'm basically not moving my aim at all. Ow! That bounced back. Hey, I got one. Okay, well, this is not a precision instrument at that range.